technically and substantially kasi, the Philippines is not anymore a party of the Rome Statute. We're not a party to it. So, ibig sabihin, ang nag-withdraw tayo even during the time of PRRD kay President Duterte pa. So, ang issuance ng ICC warrant of arrest ni Putin, actually ni President Putin, actually nangyari 'yon, wala na tayo sa ICC. We're not anymore part of the ICC because we're not anymore a party to the Rome Statute. So in a way, wala tayong obligasyon na mag-implement or sundin ang mga directives from the ICC, or wala tayong obligasyon kasi we are not anymore part of the ICC or of the Rome Statute. So ang hindi siya sakop ng jurisdiction na ng ICC. Well, in a way, tayo ang Pilipinas, talaga dapat ganon, wala na. So, yung pag-invite ni I think aware ang BBM administration, at of course, I think the DFAs, the heads of the DFA, mga kung nandyan sa DFA na, they can invite Putin to go to the Philippines because even if Putin has an ICC warrant of arrest, the Philippines always have a choice not to even, implement that. Kasi nga, wala naman tayong talagang obligasyon na sa ICC kasi hindi na tayo part ng ICC. So, kahit sabihin pa ng ICC, halimbawa na pumunta si Putin sa Pilipinas na, arrestuhin nyo na, hindi na kasi wala tayong obligation. We're not anymore a member state of the ICC or party to the Rome Statute. So, ganun ang sitwasyon. So, kaya si BBM, sinabi niya na, please come to the Philippines to attend the East Asia Summit. Kasi alam niya yun eh. Ngunit, ang problema ni BBM, alam naman pala niya na hindi na tayo party to the ICC at saka wala na tayong obligasyon sa ICC. Yet, when you talk about PRRD, pina-aresto niya at nag-cooperate siya sa ICC.
Baka naman patawan tayo ng sanctions ng US dahil nakipag-usap tayo sa Russians. Tingin mo, Prof.
That is another question. Kanina ang tanong ni Admar is China. Right now naman, ang tanong ni MJ, United States, which is also another challenge for the administration of BBM. Kasi tayo naman, mas mahirap-hirap ito kasi ang nangyayari sa Ukraine is it is really like ang Ukraine is backed up by the United States and the European Western Europe, Tapos ang kalaban nila is ang Russia. Tapos tayo, we are a military ally through the MDT, Mutual Defense Treaty of the United States. So in a way, challenging din yung posisyon natin kasi baka naman mainis sa atin yung United States dahil nga we're trying to get closer to Russia. Well, it really depends on BBM again. Kaya nga sinasabi natin lagi at lagi ko rin sinasabi sa lahat ng interview ko, dito nagmamatter ang tinatawag mong independent foreign policy, that you're a friend to all, an enemy to none. Pag independent ang foreign policy mo at hindi tied up to one major power like the United States or any major power, madali ang maneuvering at madaling magkaroon ka ng close relationship with, let us say, Russia, when in fact Russia is kind of a perceived adversary of the United States. So hindi ka mahirapan. Pero kasi ngayon, ang challenge ng BBM administration is that foreign policy is not necessarily independent, and really, to be very straightforward about it, it's very leaning to the United States. So ito yung challenge kasi in a way, ang US would not want its ally to be very close to its perceived adversary. And the perceived adversary really of the United States is unang-una is China, and the other one is Russia. Yan talaga ang totoo pagdating sa geopolitics. So right now, ang challenge kay BBM bilang architect of foreign policy is paano niya i-handle ito na hindi magre-react ang US until the US will not say na, tama na yung relationship na yan with Russia. Hindi yan, wag ganyan. Or, kaya nga nagkakaroon tayo ng gitgitan with China is precisely the United States also is influencing our foreign policy and using the South China Sea. So, ang hirap ng sitwasyon na yan, well, it's up to BBM, paano niya i-handle yan at ang administration niya. Pero at the end of the day, yun ang sinasabi ko lagi. The Philippines being a small country, hindi naman tayo mayaman, hindi tayo ganun kalakas as a country, kadami nating problema, ang best position really for us para ang mga sitwasyon na ganito ay maiwasan mo at makaka-maneuver ka is to have an independent foreign policy, neutral ang position mo, equidistant to all major powers, para you can maneuver and you can have closer and deeper relationship with any major powers na kahit sila ay hindi magkakaibigan, basta sila lahat ay kaibigan natin. Dapat ganun talaga ang Pilipinas para hindi ka nahirapan at hindi ka na parang nakakalanganin ang posisyon mo. So, yun yung tingin ko.
Opo, ma'am. Meron pong standing arrest warrant, no? Si President Putin sa ICC. Tapos, inimbitahan ni PBBM si Putin by November, pumunta raw ng Pilipinas para dumalo sa isa pong summit bilang the Philippines is the ASEAN chairman. Si former President Duterte, nakulong ngayon sa ICC sa ilalim ng termino ni President BBM. Anong basa mo doon, ma'am?
Yan ang kailangang awit. Una, technically, the Philippines, not only technically and substantially kasi, the Philippines is not anymore a party of the Rome Statute. We're not a party to it. So, ibig sabihin, ang nag-withdraw tayo even during the time of PRRD kay President Duterte pa. So, ang issuance ng ICC warrant of arrest ni Putin, actually ni President Putin, actually nangyari yon, wala na tayo sa ICC. We're not anymore part of the ICC because we're not anymore a party to the Rome Statute. So, in a way, wala tayong obligasyon na mag-implement or sundin ang mga directives from the ICC, or wala tayong obligasyon kasi we are not anymore part of the ICC or of the Rome Statute. So, ang hindi siya sakop ng jurisdiction na ng ICC, well, in a way, tayo ang Pilipinas, talaga dapat ganon, wala na. So, yung pag-invite ni I think aware ang BBM administration at of course I think the DFAs, the heads of the DFA, mga kung nandiyan sa DFA na, they can invite Putin to go to the Philippines because even if Putin has an ICC warrant of arrest, the Philippines always have a choice not to even, implement that kasi nga, wala naman tayong talagang obligasyon na sa ICC kasi hindi na tayo part ng ICC. So, kahit sabihin pa ng ICC, halimbawa na pumunta si Putin sa Pilipinas na, arrestuhin nyo na, hindi na kasi wala tayong obligation. We're not anymore a member state of the ICC or party to the Rome Statute. So, ganun ang sitwasyon. So, kaya si BBM, sinabi niya na, please come to the Philippines to attend the East Asia Summit. Kasi alam niya yun. Ngunit, ang problema ni BBM, alam naman pala niya na hindi na tayo party to the ICC. At saka, wala na tayong obligasyon sa ICC. Yet, when you talk about PRRD, pina-arresto niya at nag-cooperate siya sa ICC. That is really the problem. Ito yung problema ni BBM . Yun ang tinatawag ng selective na cooperation with the ICC. Kasi dahil adversary nga, dahil political enemy or quote-unquote CPRRD ng current administration, especially ng mga Marcoses on the part of BBM, nag-cooperate siya. And not only that, kasi andyan din si Senator Bato, nagko-cooperate din ang gobyerno natin, kahit wala na naman tayong obligasyon sa ICC, and we are not anymore a member of the ICC, pero nagko-cooperate pa rin sila para i-implement ang warrant of arrest ni Senator Bato. Diba? So, ibig sabihin, tawag nito, may duplicity ang positioning ng BBM administration when you talk about the ICC. Ito yung problema . Kasi duplicity yan ang tawag . Kasi dahil political adversary niya, political enemies niya, ang mga ito, ang Duterte camp, and especially those politician allied ng Duterte at si PRRD, nakipag-cooperate. Pero i-invite niya si Putin kasi technically and substantially alam niya na, kapag pumunta si Putin sa Pilipinas, even may ICC standing warrant, pwedeng sabihin kasi ng gobyerno ng Pilipinas na, wala kami pakialam dyan kasi we're not anymore party to the ICC at hindi kami susunod dyan. And at the same time kasi, pag in-invite mo ang isang presidente, lalo na ang tulad ni President Putin, of course, you have to assure na ang security ng presidente na yan, ni Putin, will be very, established at secured yan paglapag sa Pilipinas. At wala man. Or else, magkakaproblema tayo sa Russia. And definitely, Russia will not, Russia is a strong country. It's a powerful country, especially when it comes to military. I don't think the BBM administration would even dare to do anything related to that ICC arrest warrant against President Putin. I don't think so. So, I think alam ni BBM at ang administration niya yung mga pros and cons, and at the same time yung technicalities and substantial na aspect ng tinatawag ng ICC standing warrant of arrest kay President Putin at saka yung ating pagiging hindi na actually part of the ICC. So walang jurisdiction ang ICC sa atin at wala tayong obligasyon sa ICC. So ganun ang niyan. Ano yung dynamics yan at saka yung tingin ko dyan.
Opo, ma'am, bago lang po si partner Admar, do you think yung invitation niya kay President Putin strategic o impulsive? Biglaan lang, naisip lang. Sige, punta ka sa amin. Punta ka sa amin without thinking the repercussions, kasi may mga nagsasabi na kung pumunta daw dito ang presidente ng Russia at walang ginawang aksyon ng ICC at hindi siya naaresto, meron dong tinatawag na non-equal implementation of the law. Kasi nga, si PRD dinala sa ICC, ngayon itong may standing arrest warrant, pumunta ng Pilipinas kung saan naaresto ang dating Pangulo at dinala sa the Netherlands, hindi rin magawa. Anong tingin mo, ma'am? Impulsive invitation or strategic?
I think it's I don't think it's impulsive, and I don't think also it's strategic. I think it's more diplomatic and a protocol. Protocol yan. Kasi when you talk about the East Asia Summit, the Philippines is the chair of ASEAN. And during sa time na yan, sa November, in the same manner na nangyayari yan, kasi tayo yung host, tayo ang chair. So sa November, magkakaroon ng ganong summit. Of course, the Philippines is the host. So, ang ASEAN kasi, hindi lang naman kasi, sa East Asia Summit, hindi lang naman ASEAN ang pupunta, ASEAN member states ang a-attend or yung leaders ng ASEAN member states ang a-attend. Ang tinatawag ng major partners ng ASEAN, and that includes Russia, is also usually, it's a tradition and it's always the case na ini-invite ng host country ng ASEAN na pumunta para sa East Asia Summit, and I think other related summits and meetings. It's really the case. So, lagi yan. Even Malaysia last year is the same. So ngayon, it's a protocol, and at the same time, it's a diplomatic gesture of inviting the Russian president to attend the East Asia Summit. Kaya nga very clear, very specific ang sabi ni BBM, diba? East Asia Summit. Because really, you need to invite the major partners, and Russia is one. Kasama dyan ang China, the United States, and even other countries na tinatawag nating major powers. So even India, I think, if they want to invite, they can. So ganun yun. Pero so hindi ko siya masasabing impulse kasi definitely si BBM ay briefed ng mga tao niya sa paligid niya, and actually, of course, I think by the DFA or even by the secretary of the DFA. And I think hindi rin siya strategic in many ways, but I think it's more a diplomatic gesture sa akin. Now, as to the consequences of that invitation, kung mag-a-attend nga ba at pupunta nga ba si President Putin sa Pilipinas sa November, yan ay ating makikita at yan ang titignan natin kung mayroon nga ba. Kasi, well, I think, ang bola kasi dyan, when you talk about this ICC arrest warrant, it's always on the host country. Like for example, President Putin went to Indonesia. Wala, di ba? Kasi ang Indonesian government before, sinabi lang nila, well, hindi namin ino-honor yung ICC warrant of arrest against President Putin. So, President Putin can fly. Well, it depends on the Philippines at the moment kung anong gagawin ni BBM. Pero, ang mahirap lang kay BBM, when you talk about optics internationally, it's like, the international community will question that. Na, okay, hindi ka nagko-cooperate when you talk about President Putin kasi invited guest mo. Pero, ang sarili mong former president ng bansa mo, pinaaresto mo at nag-cooperate ka sa ICC dahil kalaban mo sa politika. At ngayon, may isa pang senator na ipaparesto mo rin dahil may ICC punong warrant of arrest na kalaban mo rin sa politika. So, yun ang hindi maganda. Kasi parang ano na siya yun nga, hindi pantay ang pag-i-implement mo ng cooperation mo with the ICC. May selectivity. And just because domestically kalaban mo si PRRD sa politika and at the same time si Senator Bato, and probably the next one would be Bongo. Oh, yun yung mahirap kasi the international community will look at it. And even I think President Putin and the rest of the Russians, they know this very well.